1869 at the Feather River Inn at the town of Blairston in the Sierra Nevada mountains of Northern California. A resort community.
And I, just out of college, have a job that combines being the night desk clerk in the lodge and helping out with the horse wrangling in the stables.
The owner/manager is Italian/Swiss and has European notions about how his resort community ought to be run.
He and I do not get along. I think he's a fascist who wants peasant employees who know their place. And he thinks that I'm a good example of how
democracy can be carried too far.
1 week, the employees have been served the same thing for lunch every single day. 2 wieners, a mound of sauerkraut, and a stale roll. To compound insult with injury, the cost of the meal was deducted from our check. I was outraged. On Friday night of that awful week, I was at my night desk job at around 11 o'clock, and the night auditor had just come on duty. I went into the kitchen to get a bite to eat and found notes to the chef to the effect that wieners and sauerkraut were on the employee menu for 2 more days. That tears it! I quit! For want of any better audience, I unloaded on the night auditor, Sigmund Woolman. I have had it up to here. I'm going to get a plate of wieners and sauerkraut, wake up the owner, and throw it on him. I am sick and tired of this crap and insulted, and nobody is going to make me eat wieners and sauerkraut for a whole week and make me pay for it. Who does he think he is anyhow? How can life be sustained on wieners and sauerkraut? This is un-American. And I don't even like wieners and sauerkraut to eat them for 1 day, for God's sake. And the whole hotel stinks anyhow, and the horses are all nags, and all the guests are idiots, and I'm packing my bags and heading for Montana, where they've never even heard of wieners and sauerkraut, and wouldn't feed that stuff to pigs! Something like that. I raved on this way for 20 minutes and needn't repeat it all here. You get the drift. My monologue was delivered at the top of my lungs.
Punctuated by
calls on front desk,
the kicking of chairs,
and much profanity.
a call to arms,
Freedom, unions, uprisings, and the breaking of chains for the working masses. As I pitched my fit, Sigmund Woolman, the night auditor, sat watching me with sorrowful eyes. Put a bloodhound in a suit, and you have Sigmund Woolman. He's got good reason to look sorrowful. Survivor of Auschwitz. 3 years. German Jew. He liked being at the night job alone. Gave him intellectual space. Gave him peace and quiet. And even more. He could go into the kitchen and have a snack whenever he wanted to. All the wieners and sauerkraut he wanted. To him, a feast. More than that, there's nobody at the night job to tell him what to do. In Auschwitz, he dreamed of such a time. The only person he sees at work is me, the nightly disturber of his dream. Our shifts overlap for 1 hour, and here I am again, a one-woman war party at full cry. Ah!
Are you finished?
No, why?
Listen to me. You know what's wrong with you? It's not the wieners and kraut. It's not the boss. It's not the chef. And it's not this job.
What's wrong with me?
You think you know everything. But you don't know the difference between a problem and an inconvenience. You break your neck, you got nothing to eat, your house is on fire, you got a problem. Everything else is just inconvenience. Life is inconvenient. Life is lumpy. Learn to know the difference between a problem and an inconvenience. You'll live longer, and you won't annoy people like me so much. Good night.
There in the late-night darkness of the Feather River Inn, Sigmund Woolman simultaneously kicked my butt and opened a window in my mind. Problem? or inconvenience. I call this the Woolman test of reality. Life is lumpy, but a lump in the oatmeal, a lump in the throat, and a lump in the breast are not the same lump. We should learn to know the difference. Good night, Sig.